It's a wet Easter Monday and we're going for a walk. Somewhere over there's a cuckoo. I don't know if he's going to start up again. Here in Touraine, in southern Touraine, if you go to a tourist office, you'll find a brochure for almost every village. And the brochure will recommend 2 or 3 circuits, pedestrian circuits, hiking circuits of different lengths, taking in the most interesting things to see. I think I've done them all, probably 70 or 80, maybe even 100. But what I've discovered is that if you simply look at your IGN map, there are thousands of footpaths everywhere, and there's something rather adventurous about going on a path that is not signposted for hikers, even though there are very, very few hikers around here. And the one I've done, the one we're doing today, is simply something I found looking at the map, and I thought there is a circuit. Often a good circuit is one that goes near or along a river valley, and probably we're going to end up near the river Échandon. Certainly it's good for Marlowe because he loves diving into rivers and underwood, and when we're out on the plains, there's nowhere for him to go. He doesn't understand why he's tied to a post. And look at that tongue. Okay, this is something I wanted to mention. I've talked before about Marlowe's nose, about his ears. So just a little mention of his tongue. I mean, after the sense of smell, it really is the sense of taste that's strongest in dogs. If you have a dog, you'll know that it likes to give you kisses. This is what people think. The reality is that when a dog licks you, in general around the face, he tries to lick you on the mouth, the ears, the hands. He's doing what puppies do, which is to try to get the mother dog to regurgitate food that it's found for them to eat. Now, whether or not this is a pleasant experience depends on how you feel about being licked. Personally, I've got used to it. Marlowe and I are in the same pack. However, if prior to licking me he's been eating cat shit, because he does eat cat shit like a lot of dogs, for them it's just reconstituted croquette. If he's been eating cat shit, or if he's just eaten a semi-decomposed vole or something like that, then I'm not so enamoured of his attentions. So, I mean, dog behaviourists say that that's the origin of the practice, but that it's much used in greeting as well. So I know that Marlowe likes to lick me in the morning when he's trying to persuade me to get up out of bed, and also if I come home and he leaps with joy and having thought that I'd abandoned him. So licking is their way of picking up traces of where you've been, what you've eaten. It's a link to smell in this. They're gathering, reaping tons of information from a lick, which is why you need such an enormous tongue. As you can see, Marlowe's got a very long tongue. And why do dogs have long tongues? Well, because they don't have hands, and if they're drinking, they use the tongue as a kind of ladle. The tip curls round and makes a little cup to take the water up into the mouth. As for grooming, I don't think dogs groom as much with their tongues as cats do. A little, but not all that much. And the last point I wanted to make, of course, is that dogs don't have paws on their body. So, well, they have paws, P-A-W-S, but they don't have P-O-R-E-S. And so they sweat through their tongues, of course, which is why they pant so much with the tongue hanging out in summer. Which reminds me, I went with Marlowe into a bar once, and the barman said to Marlowe, "What would you like?" And Marlowe said, he said, "I think I'll have a gin and tonic." And the barman said, "Why the big paws?" And Marlowe looked down and said, "I was born with them." I love old tractors. They remind me of my youth.